Hello everybody, Ross here. Today I am back playing Stonks 9800, and I am back with a new update, a new character, Blackjack, and advanced horse racing. Before we get into this video, I'm going to go ahead and say I may get a few things wrong, but for the most part I'm going to show you guys all the lovely new things that were added, starting off with the new character and Blackjack. But a few things I want to say is that I did have one little bug in this game, and that was where I would try to use an item and my game crashed. But since that has happened, they have released a hotfix which appears to have fixed it. I actually did try to record this video once, but at some point I just stopped recording. I just stopped recording. So this is my second attempt at attempting to record this game. But first thing we're going to do is we are going to go out. And by the way, I am using my main save just to make this a little easier so I can show you everything. So that means I've got plenty of money to use, lots of it. And as you can see, actually here, you can see where I was actually going out and spending my little money. Now, as far as I'm aware, in terms of the traits that you first pick when you start the game, I don't think any of that really has an effect on any of the stuff that was added, at least not yet, but it may eventually have something. As well as I will say with the new character, there is friendship just like with Amy, but in this case, the friendship doesn't actually do anything yet. So, unfortunately, that is just not that important, as well as the fact that now you can also view your inventory, which you can do by going to your profile and coming over here to your belongings. And wow, look at this. Look at all this different stuff. By the way, this is the new thing, the privileges, which I think is the coolest thing, where you can actually win privileges in Blackjack, though the first item you get is actually a friendship item, which I've already gotten rid of. And the way you use that friendship item is pretty simple. You just come over here to your advisor, you go down to your contacts, and you just pick one of these guys that you want to be friends with, click on them, click the gift, and then you give them something. And this is also just how you give them normal gifts. But in this case, the item that you win from Blackjack is actually incredible and can actually take a guy that's, say, like down here and put him like up here. So that's a lot of friendship boost that you get out of it. So make sure you give it to someone wisely. Continuing on, another thing is that they've added a weather system. You can see that this wasn't here the last time I played this game. They've added a weather system. Now, it can actually affect more than just the horse races, which is what its main purpose is at the moment, is the horse races. It can actually affect more. Your game, like your stock market, can actually close. If the weather is really bad, the stock market will close. So even if it's during the week, right now it's Sunday, even if it's during the week, you can still not do anything on the exchange because of the weather being so bad. So that is something to keep in mind. Little fun, little negative event. The only gripe I would say I might have with it, and this is just going to be an American thing, I don't like the fact that it's in Celsius, because I don't read Celsius, I read freedom units. But what little Celsius... But anyways, getting right into it, let's go ahead and go out, and we're going to go out. And yes, sure, I would love to have a friend. We're going to go to the bar, because this is actually where Sae is. This is Called Sae. This is the new spot. This is where she's at. And your friendship just kind of increases just by coming over here to see her. Drinks are ready. She's gonna come back at the end, and it's always gonna be like this. You're gonna click through these, not really pay attention to them. At least I'm not, because I don't care. And here we go. So always the first part, she's gonna say, "Hey, I'll be back. I'll come back in a minute," and then let a little bit of time go by, and then you're here. So these are your options. Now, I have not really messed with these two. I believe the only thing they do is this one. I think may give you a little friendship. This one I think will give you a little bit extra events. And then they both kind of eventually lead to you going home. And like I said, at the moment, friendship doesn't really do anything with her. So there's not really a point in talking to her, at least in my opinion. Though I believe she will give predictions as well. So if you want to talk to her and maybe try to get some predictions on things, I think that's it. I'll test it out before the video fully ends just to show you. But the main thing that I think is the most important overall is Blackjack. These are all the difficulties. As far as I'm aware, there's not one past unfair. I did this on a separate save, meaning I started a completely new game, and I didn't think anything came. I don't think anything was after unfair. I didn't see another option. So these are the difficulties: easy, normal, hard, unfair. Now, when you're doing this, these are not going to be here. You have to beat easy before you unlock normal. You have to beat normal before you unlock hard. Like, they're not even going to be, like, the bars aren't even going to be here. They'll appear after you win. So, easy, the first item you get is always going to be this little friendship item, this little bottle that you can give to people and that'll increase their friendship. Normal, hard, and unfair all give you a choice of 3 options. For the sake of the video, I'm actually going to do normal because unfair is kind of ridiculous. We're just going to do normal. So basically, you start off with chips, and you have to reach a certain amount of chips to win. That's it. So one thing to keep in mind is that the difficulty for this isn't really that the AI gets smarter or better at Blackjack. Actually, from what I've seen, the AI is about the same difficulty throughout all the levels. It's not going to change from easy to unfair. It's going to be about the same skill level and luck and all that. It's not really going to change. As a matter of fact, when I was playing this on the other save, I actually had more trouble on easy than unfair because I just got so unlucky with my easy pulls. But keeping it simple, the only thing that changes is the chips and the amount you need to. For example, in unfair, you only get 100 chips, and you have to get to like 1,500, I think. So, which means if you were to do this, you would have no chips, which means if you lost this first one on unfair, you would lose. Now, in this case, we have a really bad hand, but the AI also has a pretty bad hand, because even if they had a 10, it would only be 13. So, I don't like to do anything less than 16. I like to at least get to about 16. So in this case, we have 15. Usually, I would like to hit again, but it is kind of up to you. To me, anything under 16 is probably a guaranteed loss unless the AI overdraws, which can happen. Or you just get lucky and the AI, for some reason, chooses not to draw, which I have not seen yet. Anything under 16, the AI typically likes to draw on. But also in real life, even, you know, when you're playing, you know, maybe you just do it for fun. I'm not trying to like promote actual gambling, but, you know, maybe you're just doing it fun. I'll be honest. I remember playing this game when I was younger with my dad, and I didn't know it was gambling. I thought it was just a card game. I thought it was like Goldfish. So, not Goldfish, Go Fish, sorry. But anyway, continuing on from that little rant, basically, got a little 15, so I want to hit again. So 18, I would not go above that. And the AI overdrawn. So, you win, easy. So, basically, the goal of Blackjack, if you don't know how to play Blackjack, because in this game they also have poker. I don't know how to play poker. But I do know how to play Blackjack, and I like to think I'm pretty decent at it. But Blackjack is definitely more luck than I would say poker. It's a lot simpler. Basically, you just want to get 21. 21 is the best you can get. That's the best hand you get. You just want your cards to equal 21. King, queen, jack, all of those are always going to be 10. Ace can either be 11 or 1. And in this game, basically, if you get above, like, it would bust your hand, it's just going to always make the ace 1. But if it would get you 21 or a higher hand before it busts, it would always give you the 11. So, in this case, we're going to play again. I'm going to bet another 200. So, perfect example, I got an ace and I have an 8. So if it was a 1, it would be 9. But in this case, it's going to take the highest hand, which is 19. So I think that's more than enough. But if you don't like it because we have an ace, we can say, all right, hit me again. So now it's going to immediately use that. Because if we were to use it as 11, we would just bust. So it's going to give us it as a 1. So hit again. I busted. So play again. We got a queen and an 8. Once again, I don't really like to go off above. So then sometimes like this, see, this is an example of when I was first playing, I had a lot of problems. The difficulty of the AI doesn't really change since this is mostly luck based. By the way, if the AI has this first one as like a king, a queen, a jack, or a 10, almost every time, or not almost every time, but a lot of times this one will also be a king, queen, or a jack, or a 10. And they'll always have 20. You want to see? Not always, but a lot of times it will. In this case, it was 17. Bad example. But we have a king and 6. So this is up to you. Do you want to hit? Do you want to take that risk? So I got lucky. It was a 20. And we won, so we'll do it again. So this is also an event that sometimes pops up. You can, you know, throw some insurance on there so that way if they win, you'll get it back. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say hit me. I'm going to say hit me again. Ooh, 16. Bad number. Ooh. We're going to stand there. Ah, see the AI overdraw. That's part of the risk. That's part of why I didn't take the insurance. And we have a 19, and they're going to offer it again. I'm going to say no. I'm going to stand. Because if the AI draws, they lose. And just like that, you won. You're really good at this. Now, in this case, I've already beaten the difficulty. So, I can't actually get the item. But usually, you would have on your screen, it would show you a choice of 3 items that you could get. So, you know, let's go out again. Let's go to the horse races. Check this out. So, this is the new horse races. One thing that I will say that I've noticed that has immediately changed just off the top of my head. A lot of these names are actually more anglicized now. They're more English-sized. Whereas before, they were all still very Japanese. And they still do, you know, Shadow Suzuka. But in this case, now they all have stats. And they also have how well they did in their last races. Which a lot of you could probably, you know, smarter people could figure out the median and kind of figure out whether or not they're probably going to win the next race or not. For me, I'm not doing that. I don't care. But anyways, you can come over here. You can kind of see their odds of winning. This is a pretty good indication. So like Crown Thunder, he'll probably win. Bet 10K. I'll get less money though. But once again, with this weather thing, the dry conditions matter, and as well as their other stats matter. Like in this case, he's actually got the best odds, but he is losing. So in this case, step little 1. So, we got really bad odds on our guy. Just because they have high odds doesn't mean that they're going to win. I will admit, it is amazing that I'm getting so unlucky while recording this there. So, there we go. Also, Amy and... sorry, didn't mean to click that. Amy and Sae, and I'm actually going to repair this car. Okay, I got you. Yeah. So, Amy and Sae will both give you advice on horse races and things like that. So we'll go to the bar, give it a moment, let everything go by. Okay, I don't know why that happened. I didn't know. Okay, so a little annoying that when you click I changed my mind, it just kicks you out, but it's fine. We'll just go right back, do it again. Let a little bit of time go by. And we can come over here to horse racing. And then here we go. We get a little bit of advice. Lord Silent rarely accelerates at the finish. There we go. A little piece of advice for you. Now, I believe sometimes talking to them will actually give you stat reveals. But I could be wrong. You may just have to keep playing at the horse track to actually get stat reveals. But we'll go back. A little bit of time pass. We'll try out the other 2 options. So, give it a second. Okay, let's say I just want to talk. That'll give you friendship. Once again, here's the thing. Friendship does not matter for her as of this moment. Friendship doesn't do anything for her. There's no benefit in friendship for her. So, we're going to let a week go by. Let the week pass. Alright, the week has passed, but we can't go anywhere because we're actually at the hospital because of our treatment, which I wasn't even paying attention. I don't even know how that happened. So let's go to our items, and is there anything we can take for this? No, unfortunately. We're just going to have to sit here and wait. But actually, because of this privilege I have, hospital recovery is 30% faster, which is nice. So that's part of why you may want to do the Blackjack, because you'll recover a lot faster. Because look, I can't do anything. I can't do anything at all. I just have to sit here and lose money, unfortunately. So we're just going to let a little bit of time go by, and congratulations, health is back. And it is the weekend, so we can go out. And she could go with us because I have amazing relations with Amy. So we'll go back to the bar once more. She'll talk to us a little bit. Give it a moment. And here we go. And this is what happens if we were to ask for another round. Just more events would happen. Nothing at all. Nothing special. But let's go out again. Let's go to the horse track. And as you can see, We actually did Lord Silent last time, so we actually have a little bit more information on him. So, as you can see, we have a little bit more information on him. We also have more information on Rising Bullet. Sorry, I don't know why I said we did him last time. We didn't do him last time. But yeah, more or less, I think the more you just talk to people and the more you play the horse races, the more of this stuff that'll be revealed. The only thing that I'm not sure on, I think you just have to catch it through advice. I'm not sure how to tell exactly when they do better on certain weather. But once again, you probably just have to catch that through advice that they'll randomly drop. So, you know what? I'm going to go with this guy right here. Shadow Suzuka. I like him. We'll bet not a billion. Not sure. We'll bet 655 million. That's a lot for a horse race, but sure. So as you can see, we're probably going to lose. Our horsey is not the best again. I bet a lot of money on this. Oh, but he picked up at the last second, and it doesn't matter because it wasn't enough. He still slowed down. But sometimes you'll get cool little events like that, and that's the kind of thing that'll get revealed to you through advice on whether or not they have a chance of doing that. No luck this time. See, Shadow Suzuka can get nervous during the race. There we go. We got a little bit more information. But yeah, that is more or less it for the update. Other than one thing I didn't cover is that for the stock market, we'll let some time go by. No, I don't want to answer it. Let some time go by. You can go over here to your exchange, and you can now buy in the... Okay, sorry about that, guys. There was a little thing that says we could buy large batches of stocks up to 1,000 plus shares on the market if you have enough funds, but it doesn't seem like you're actually able to, or at the very least, I guess I probably just don't have enough funds for it. But as you can see, I actually own most of these guys. Here we go. This is probably what it is. This is bulk purchasing. This is, I believe, is new. I don't think this was here last time. So if I just wanted to bulk purchase, let's say, you know what? I really don't like these JC guys coming up and eating up my market. So if I wanted to, I could come over here and I could put 28 billion on them, and that would give me 141,000 shares. And since this is just an example, I'll buy it. So that would give me 19.21% of the company if I wanted to buy up all that stock. But I'm not actually going to do that because I don't care about them. Yeah, I believe other than that, there is nothing new. I believe I've already mentioned that the weather can actually be so bad, it can literally cause the stock market to close. And other than that, yes, of course I'm going to show you this little screenshot on screen. And there is a trailer you guys can look up. But other than that, we're all good. So that is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you like the new update. I think it's pretty cool because I think the items that you can actually get from Sae when you actually go to the bar and get stuff is actually amazing. And what I'll actually do is right here at the end of the video, I'll show you guys a little screenshot of the items you can actually win. It's probably going to be from Unfair since I actually have to play it. Amy, this is not a good time for us to go on vacation. But other than that, I will see you guys later, and I hope you had a good time.